I love my work environment. I hate kind of old démodé studio attitude with the designer. No, I'm an easygoing person. And I don't have to make an effort. I don't want to be friendly. I am friendly.
Milan. Today we go to Fendi. Here is the last Fendi show with Karl Lagerfeld in 2018. Karl Lagerfeld worked for the Italian house for 54 years and for a number of years with Silvia Venturini Fendi. Here is how it candidly happened. Hello, I'm Luc Prigent. Subscribe to my channel to see everything about fashion and don't forget to catch the Karl Lagerfeld mega exhibition at the Met in New York created by Andrew Bolton. Mood board! This is September 2018 at the Fendi showroom, part of the Fendi Ateliers travel for the show from Rome. White blouses, last touches by hand or machine, buttons sewn by hand. Silvia Venturini Fendi decides which bags will be worn, like this upside-down bag. Karl Lagerfeld drew large trench coats with big pockets, also sketching the details of the back. He designed these high-waisted trousers, red belt, rating on the thigh, not too tight, an evening dress with 4 ruffles. This is Amanda Harleck, the British muse of Karl Lagerfeld. She works with stylist Charlotte Stockdale and Katie Lyle. And here is the most famous ponytail in the world. KL phone case, paper and pens if he wants to sketch anything.
Les crayons sont toujours là quand Karl travaille. C'est la première chose qu'on pose sur la table quand il arrive. Il est toujours prêt, même si c'est dans les fittings, à dessiner quelque chose.
The KL details, mittens. Soda, but diet. Sunglasses. A plate of pineapple, his addiction. And the diamond brooch, a design by Suzanne Belperron. The models too are fresh from their holidays. It's the beginning of fashion month, it's relaxed. Platinum Dylan. Adesua is here. Mika, back to class, but here you're allowed to be friendly with the headmaster.
I love my work environment. I hate kind of old démodé studio attitude with the designer. No, I'm an easygoing person. And I don't have to make an effort. I don't want to be friendly. I am friendly.
Giant pockets on this jacket. The sketch was this one, so precise it's produced exactly like Karl Lagerfeld wanted it. The ateliers are sewing with the drawing in sight because it's the source.
Les poches sont très importantes. On les a vraiment travaillées comme si c'était des sacs incorporés dans des vêtements. Et on a mis aussi des housses sur les sacs avec toutes les pochettes pour le téléphone, de la technologie.
Hairdresser Sam McKnight does the hair test with a tight bun. Ideal would be to see it on the runway with the real light of the show. And as it's Fendi, it's possible. You get up and go next door. In Milan, fashion houses own theaters. Karl Lagerfeld has fun redesigning this long podium every 6 months. This season, the set is a giant Fendi logo.
I wanted a set where it's everything focused on one element, this huge, strange F in a circle, in a completely empty room. This pink with this red and gold, and I think the light on the pink made people look better than they really look.
Karl Lagerfeld gets up to rework this sleeve. The premiere is called to add pins.
Jusqu'au dernier moment, on change et on perfectionne. Il peut y avoir une petite chose qui échappe à nos yeux, mais pas à son œil.
In the ateliers, they cut quickly or with the tiniest scissors. Photographer Benoît Peverelli is the only one allowed to document. Karl Lagerfeld wants to check how this little barrier will open. He knows how crucial are the first seconds of a fashion show. It's a ceremony, suspense, adrenaline, movement. Fittings again for hours of concentration. Italian supermodel Vittoria Ceretti gives him a hug.
So good to see you.
So does Kendall Jenner.
To see you. I'm good. I had a good summer. How was yours?
Sometimes the silhouette is validated instantly. Here comes Bella Hadid.
It's very well done. Nice to see you.
Anoki Ai, also a Karl Lagerfeld favorite.
So I met him was at a Chanel fitting where I just walked in my outfit and he looked at me and then he's like, your neck is gorgeous. And I was like, yes.
Adut Akesh, another favorite of the master.
Big
Kaya Gerber, she has the status of a choupette.
Whenever we work together, I know it's just going to be easy and really fun, and he gives the best directions. Carl keeps a very close family of people around him, so whenever I'm working with him, you know, we all get to come back together, and I just think there's something really nice about having that sense of community.
Gigi Hadid.
Carl just knows what he wants, and that's what's really nice about working with a legend and a genius. We have fun while we do it, so it's all good.
Il a toujours eu un œil incroyable pour comprendre qui était vraiment décidé à travailler fort, dur et avoir une carrière fantastique. Il a toujours su piquer les filles avec la personnalité plus forte. Les filles sont vraiment très importantes pour un créateur parce que finalement tu vois tes rêves arriver dans la réalité. Il y a une sorte d'osmose.
Also visiting Michel Gobert, the music director, Steven Gunn, the fashion editor and best friend, and Karin Rothfeld. Gigi Hadid is out, flashed by paparazzis. Fittings are done. Ateliers still work, final touches to fit perfectly the actual models. This is the morning of the last Fendi show with Karl Lagerfeld. Rehearsing time, the show producer Etienne Rousseau gives modeling instructions to the models.
Ouais, bon, ça c'est son moment. Tout le monde attend ce moment où il y a un vrai spectacle chaque fois.
À quoi ça sert?
À donner l'énergie et à construire un esprit de famille, de cohésion.
Gigi and Bella and the models laughing, everybody got the mood.
Can you do this, girl? Yes! Let's do it then.
Hair and makeup. A crowd outside. Chiara Ferragni and her husband, the Italian rapper Fedez. The models have to get used to a tight bun.
Yeah, it's hurting. Like feel like someone is like in my brain doing like this.
I like the challenge. It's like having an apple on my head.
You look amazing on the rehearsal.
Really?
Amazing.
Thank you. Perfect.
Karl Lagerfeld is in the building. He doesn't want cameras backstage.
Non, il y a la même. Oui, c'est différent. Mais là, pour les autres, c'est pas possible. Hein? Quand il y a too many photographs, il faut pas faire ça.
Adwoa Aboah opens the show. There goes the logo barrier. She wears a transparent trench coat, showcasing the concept of the collection, GP, Giant Pockets.
Carl likes to call it giant pocket, GP. It's about functionality, probably. Pockets that normally are inside accessories are translated on clothing. So it's kind of reversing things. Fendi, we always reverse things, and they are always different from what you think you would see, where it's the opposite normally.
One inspiration was a heat wave of that summer. Karl Lagerfeld looking at tourists and Parisians from his windows. He didn't like what he saw, and here is his answer. Perforations to let garment breathe.
I'm inspired by everything and nothing. I'm looking around and forget about it, and then I sleep and I see it in my sleep and I make something else out of it. So that is my recipe. But I redesign all the things. I don't never take something exactly the way it was. Huh?
This parrot motif comes from a carpet.
Old carpet I had, but I don't have the carpet anymore. I had a photo of the old carpet.
A fun mood backstage. Ruth Bell being cheeky. Gigi Hadid taking the time to pose. Karl Lagerfeld comments and jokes. Karl Lagerfeld watches the finale and gives the last bow with his fashion partner, Silvia Venturini Fendi.
C'était un moment très intime quand on sortait ensemble. Derrière, quand on sortait, on se disait combien on était heureux de travailler ensemble.
Au moment du salut, vous y allez ensemble.
Ouais.
Il s'appuie beaucoup sur votre épaule à ce moment-là.
Des fois, c'est moi. Je m'appuie sur son épaule. Ça dépend. Ça dépend. Il y avait une base de respect et d'affection énorme.
Nicki Minaj is a surprise guest, the only one allowed in the mini backstage office of Karl Lagerfeld. After the show, Karl Lagerfeld talks to the press, Suzy Menkes, Joe Ellison. And we talked about the collection and about Choupette.
I never talk about the technique because then it becomes boring. You like, you don't like. It's not because he has, it's a lot of work. It's very boring. Show what you did, however you did it. But forget about boring explanations.
Choupette va bien?
Choupette, oui, là ça va. Elle a été opérée ce matin. Enfin, opérée n'est pas le mot. On lui a fait une anesthésie pour un détartrage. Mais elle est réveillée, j'ai eu des images, elle va bien. Mais elle est de mauvaise humeur. Il faut le faire parce que sinon ça peut entraîner des maladies. Non, mais elle est surveillée à mort, elle est comme moi. On court chez le docteur tout le temps. Pas parce qu'on a quelque chose, parce qu'on ne veut rien avoir.
Oui. Merci pour votre patience avec nous.
Ah ben non, c'est bien parce que c'est vous. Hein.
Oui, je sais, merci.
Loïc, bon courage.
Vous aussi.
Comme on dit, je te vediamo a Parigi. C'est une phrase dans un opéra de Puccini qui s'appelle La Rondina.
Ah, je vais...
À un moment donné, on dit à son monsieur, te vediamo a Parigi.
This was on the 20th of September 2018, the last time he went to Milan for a Fendi fashion show. 54 years of working with the Italian super brand, the longest collaboration in fashion history.
I really believe that for me, for my daughter, for many people that are here, Karl is part of our everyday life. Family. Yeah.
Voila, this was my Fendi report for summer 2018. Subscribe to my channel to see everything about fashion and watch all my other videos. Comment about your favorite moment in this one. Mood board.